Hi, this is Professor Wilder. We're going to go over APA basics using a sample APA paper. We're going to start with the cover page. The first thing you'll notice in my Word document that I've pulled up is the cover page. At the top of the cover page is the running header. Now, the running header on the cover page is different from the rest of the paper. You can see here where it has the words running head with the R capitalized and the H not capitalized, and then in all caps the title of your paper or the subject for your running header. So this one would read running head, battery, and the rest of the paper will only have that all caps word battery. It won't have the words running head in it. Off to the right you'll see page numbering. You need to have page numbering, and it's in the top right corner just like I show here. The next item on the cover page is the title, and your APA guide and your course materials shows a 3-line title. It starts 2 inches down. So it's not centered on the paper, it's 2 inches from the top. In here the title is Battery, Stanley Student, South University Online. That's all you really need. Some of you like to put the date, the professor's name. Any of those things are okay with me, doesn't matter. Alright, we'll scroll down. The first page of your content, you see the running header. The word battery appears, but not the words running head. It's different. Now, how can you get yours formatted that way? Well, there are instructions in your APA course materials, or you can use the sample paper that I've provided you as a template. All you need to do is take this and click up into the header, edit it, change it however you like, and then just double click out. And that'll finish you up. You can edit it, get back out of there. All right, your page numbering is already on, so you see page number 2. Then the first thing you'll see is a centered title. Not bolded, not underlined, not a different font, just one centered title. There it is. Start your APA paper with your content. You'll see that each paragraph has a 1/2 inch indent. Usually students like to start out with the facts of the case, which is a good idea. That's how you do it in law. You state the facts. So in this sample paper, we start out with the facts. Then we have an issue statement. Then you have a brief answer. And here in your brief answer, you see your first in-text citation. This is a short cite indicating where your source of law, or where your law came from, what the source is. In this case, it's your textbook, and this is the proper format. You have the author's names with an ampersand, the year, and the page number. Notice how the page number is led by a P period, not PP period or page or anything like that. It's just exactly as you see it here. You want to use an in-text citation any time you have cited law. So if you make a statement of law, tell me where you got it. Use an in-text citation. And that in-text citation refers down to the full cite that you have at the end of your paper. All right, we continue on with the analysis that the student has provided here. You want to analyze, provide good detail, provide plenty of law. Here's another statement of law. This time we have an in-text citation to the lecture materials. And this is the proper format for your lecture material, short cite. All right, we'll move on now to the references page. It's a separate page at the end. We still have the running head and the page numbering, and then we have the word references centered at the top, not left aligned with a colon or anything, just centered at the top. Your full citations. These need to be in APA format. Here you see the proper format for your textbook. You'll notice that there's an hanging indent, first of all. And we lead off with the author's names and initials, with the word "and" in between. We have the year. We have the title of the text in sentence case, not title case. So you don't capitalize the first letter of every word. It's also in italics. and we include the edition. The next item is the city and state of the publisher, and then the name of the publisher. Now, when you do your citation, pay close attention to things like commas, periods, italics, capitalization. All those things are important. The following, or the next citation is to your course materials, and that's the proper format that you see there. Notice again the italicized sentence case, not title case. Note also that there is no retrieve from date, just retrieve from my class online. And weird, I know, but there's no period at the end of this citation when you pull materials off the internet. So there's a quick rundown on APA format. You can always refer back to this APA sample paper if you need some guidance. There's also a condensed version of the APA guide. I call it the APA citation guide in your doc sharing folder. You can download it. But with this sample paper and with the guidance I've given you here, you should be able to do really nice APA papers. Thanks for watching.